that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. To throw here.
That's caught by Sims. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's caught by McMath.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Racey McMath, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Raider offense set to get this drive started. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a... Third and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. Trucks over it. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Tennessee.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Derrick Henry. And this time they're able to bottle him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From midfield, here's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes are on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man is McMath.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Now Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Williams. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Carr. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. Yeah. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
10 more there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Corey Littleton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the line. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Paris Campbell. 81 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Carr completes it. That catch good for only a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yard.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's Evans again, complete.
And the Titans have got a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Raiders take over 1st and
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Carr going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
78 yards rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's A.J. Cole now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
They'll drop to throw.
The throw taken in by Sims.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders on responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw.
That's caught by McMath.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Williams. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On third down, here's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas,
the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.